Okay, and welcome to day 3 of gaming with the Tobii Rex eyetracker dev kit with Tim. So today we're going to be playing the classic LucasArts adventure game Loom. I'm not going to be playing through the whole thing. I'm just going to be playing a bit of it just to show you what the controls are like and if this is the sort of thing that's amenable to eye-controlled gaming. So Loom, just for some historical value here, is a early 90s game. I played this in high school. This is a classic point-and-click adventure game from the high point of LucasArts adventure games. All the people who were making these, like Tim Schafer and Ron Gilbert and everyone else, they all work at Double Fine now. So if you play games like the Double Fine Adventure or anything else coming out of Double Fine, you are enjoying that rich heritage. Anyway, so for today, I've got it damped again. You can see the controllers, moving fairly slowly, but it's pretty precise. I think I've found the right combination of speed and control that make the thing actually playable. Something that I'm still suffering with, if I'm honest, is precision. So what'll happen is I'll look somewhere, and then the cursor will follow that, and it'll take it a second or two for the sort of local average to move to the final position that I want it to be at. Now that's a consequence of me applying a simple dead zone to the damped output, so it takes a while for it to shift over. But it's still somewhat of an issue. So you can see here, also on the left here, zooming by, you can see the gaze data and fixation data. It's tough to see the real speed of this in the video, but it really is cruising at about 60 items per second when it's, or at least 30, when it's registering my eyes correctly. So the frame rate of the video and the frame rate of the game slows down a bit. I mean, the game is only redrawing its cursor every so often, but I do want to stress with all these videos that the eye tracker really does get 30 or 60 dots per second, like measurements per second of where you're looking. Okay, so just to explain the data source. So we've got two streams, gaze data and fixation data. Gaze is just where your eyes are pointed, and then Tobii provides you, it's not documented very much, but they provide you a fixation data stream, which I've just seen by inspection is active when your eye is at rest, or something close to it. So it tells you when you're actually looking at something. Like when you've settled your eye down and you really want to look at this thing, like this grave here, the grave icon or something. And when I'm just like cruising my eyes around and I'm reading or something, it doesn't get every single spot in there, and you can see that reflected in the smaller number of fixed data items that are scrolling by on the left while I'm reading here, or when I'm cruising my eyes around. So, Loom. So back to the game. Loom is all about this guy, Bobbin Threadbare. He's got this staff that makes music, and in this world, music is magic, or at least for people like him it is. So you play the game by sort of collecting these little tunes, these little musical phrases. So I've got one for open that's E-C-E-D, and I'm trying to open the sky here, because that's what the grave said to do. Let's see if we can open some thorns. So click on the E, click on the C, click on the E, click on the D. Now you can see I was able to get that done the first time. I flubbed around a bit. I've only been playing Loom for like 10 minutes with the eye tracker, so that's as used to it as I've gotten. So I'm able to do it. Movement in these classic games. Oh yeah, here's a really small target. This is actually really hard to hit. This goofy little hole. These adventure games, one of the things they like to do is make it really tough to actually click on things.
There's an owl in there.
So that took a long time. Anyway, I'll try to open this with the open spell again. So E, C, E, D. I think I can just tap these letters on the keyboard, but that'd be cheating.
No,
the whole point of
wait.
this is to use our
That
hands
hole's already
as
wide
little as
open.
possible. That hole's already wide open. That's what she's. Okay, so one of the idioms of these games is walking. This is how you fill up 30 or 40 hours of gameplay when you've only got like that many puzzles. Is you just have walking be the thing that fills the time. So we spend as much time walking as everything else combined, really. So here we are. We're still walking, looking for a place where there's a bunch of sky. The current puzzles get closer to the sky. So you can see, I can look around. I can find these spots. I can click to move. This speed of game is actually pretty suited to this sort of control, but the fine-tuned, the sort of fine precision you need to get to do things like click on these goofy little
That thread's too high
notes is a little bit frustrating. Like you can see there, I misclicked and I tried to click the F when clearly I was meaning to click the D. So I'm gonna try it again. E C E D. One of the other frustrating things about the fine-tuned control here um, is that when the calibration is off by half a centimeter, then your gaze point is a little bit away from where the mouse is, and you can't quite see exactly where it is. So I've been working with playing with a joystick and then getting more fine-tuned control with a joystick so I can push the stick and then dodge the thing around, say up to 30 pixels, and then just disable the gaze tracking
Is it over?
stream while the joystick is active. That's the idea. We'll see if it works. I'm messing around with auto hotkey right now to see if I can do that really simply. If not, I'll just have to do the real work and pull the direct input stream in the same exe that's grabbing the gaze and fixation data from the Rex. So you can see here I've got to click on the edge of the screen to walk around, and that's just a classic idiom of these games, and it's a bit of a hassle when you don't want to click outside of a window. Weirdly, this one didn't have a full screen mode. So pathing
Looks like
was really
breakfast is over.
generously done in these games, where you could just click on a thing and then your guy would find the path that would go there. We sort of take the stuff for granted, but like all the old Sierra adventure games did not do that. So you had to figure out your own way to get places, and for that reason alone, I would not recommend playing them at all. They're just too unforgiving, especially when you have difficulty doing some input. So there's some really nice music here. This is sort of the big moment where the game basically kind of starts. I always like this game. It's such gorgeous art. The puzzles don't really stand up, but it's still a lot of fun. Alright, so here's basically where I'm going to leave it off, because I totally didn't grab the song that solves this puzzle, and this tornado doesn't actually look that great. But thanks for watching. This has been day 3 of the Tobii Rex eyetracker dev kit gaming sessions. Hope you enjoyed it.
I think that's close enough. That didn't help at all. There must be some way I can untwist it.